Token Drew. And this is one of them songs to your girlfriend, nigga. Damn, that girl so thick.
Man, I saw Smoke, Reptile, Kabal, but no Johnny Cage. Either way, the Mortal Kombat 2021 trailer just dropped. Let's talk about it.
Don't give a damn if you like my shit. I'm DJ Shades, I still get played. I'm on that real shit. Drew be on that real shit. I'm on that real shit. Drew be on that real shit. I'm on that real shit. Who be on that real shit? I'm on that real shit. Who be on that real shit? I'm on that real shit. Drew be on that real shit. I'm on that real shit. Drew be on that real shit. I'm on that real shit. Who be on that real shit? I'm on that real shit.
What's good, combatants? It's your boy, Token Drew. And today, we are discussing the brand new trailer that just dropped for the Mortal Kombat 2021 reboot, coming April 16th, 2021. Well, let's get right into it. So it starts off with the red band, which means we're going to be seeing some grown-up blood, cursing, maybe boobs. Okay, no boobs. Whatever. Let's get some blood and cursing then. So the trailer begins with Jax Briggs being played by Mahad Brooks from True Blood, searching for someone. We see ice everywhere, so we know that Sub-Zero is lurking. Or a mean-ass, frosty-ass snowman. Or a pissed-off Elsa who just can't let it go after her latest lover walked out on her, obviously tired of all the songs and living snowmen. I can't blame him. So now we get our first look at Sub-Zero in this fast-paced action. And yo, they really upped the ante here. I love how Jax fires the gun right into Sub-Zero's face, and Sub-Zero's already freezing the gun, so the blast is frozen, the bullets coming out are coming out slowly because they're frozen. And Sub-Zero's even looking at the bullets like, man, this shit ain't gonna hit me. And then Sub-Zero grabs Jax's arms, freezes them, and shatters both those bastards. I have to say, I love the costume designs of the ninja. Reminds me of how the modern versions of the character looks, very similar to even what I got on my shirt. I have to give props to this movie and to the original 1995 version because both made sure their characters stay true to the designs in the game. And we get to see the awesome blood effect, but unfortunately all the blood's going to be CGI, so it's going to look cartoony, especially once you get it home on 4K and you can see it even more vibrant and bright. But whatever, bring it on. Now, in the video game, Jax actually has his arms outfitted with bionic implants by Raiden. But that's one of the many ways that Jax received his signature arms. In Mortal Kombat Annihilation, it was more of an upgrade to help him fight against these higher powerful beings that they had to fight against. In Mortal Kombat 9, Ermac straight up blew up Jax's arms. And in the animated movie Scorpion's Revenge, them bastards were torn off by Goro. Here, it is the Cryomancer Sub-Zero who does the deed. We then have our first look at Sonya Blade, played by Jessica McNamee, and new character for the film, Cole Young, played by Louis Tan, who played Shatterstar for all of 47.5 seconds in Deadpool 2. But, real talk, who the f*** is Cole though? A wide wealth of characters to choose from, and you lot make up some MMA jerk to be the center point of this story? You mean that Kabal is in the though not in the trailer unless he is the character fighting Liu Kang later on. More on that when we get to it. But we can't have Johnny Cage, but we can have this new yellow bandage wearing, oh, look at the scar on my chest, I was chosen looking face, everything explained to me so the audience can relate, NPC can't even play with the cheat code. I mean, you could have even used Shujinko from Mortal Kombat Deception Conquest mode. Hey, whose man is this face-ass motherfucker guiding the story? Well, there are some theories over who this guy really could be because Cole Young, that's not Nah, there has to be more to this guy. They're not just gonna introduce some new ass character, 27 damn games in the damn series, and they're just gonna make somebody up for this shit. What the hell? We see that Cole is a cage fighter, and we know this is Cole because he has these yellow wrist wraps on during the fight, and we see him kind of flexing his hands later on in the trailer with those same yellow wrist wraps. He is fighting some nobody, which could be an Easter egg for another character, but sure, let's add a whole bunch of nobodies in this film. Why the hell not? Cut to the obligatory car driving scene in every single damn action movie, and we see Jax is talking to somebody. He still has his arms though, because looking closely, you can see regular human shoulders and not cybernetic metal flashy arm shoulders. So I'm assuming this is either a flashback or him leading to wherever Sub-Zero is. So I'm guessing he must be talking to Sonya in this scene, if they're still teammates. I don't even know. All right, we see Melina walking. You can tell it's her by her Raphael size on her back, just walking with all the Namin. I'll be real, I don't recognize the character in this painting. The guy who was standing tall seems to have spike gauntlets on his wrist. And if you look closely, it looks like he doesn't have ears. And his face seems kind of smooth. So this could be a young Shao Kahn from one of the earlier Mortal Kombat tournaments. Back to Sonya and Cole. Sonya giving more exposition out to the new guy. Which, you know, I understand the story has to get out, but I really can't stand when you have one character delegated as the exposition giver unless that character is playing the role as a guide. Similar to like how Raiden in the 1995 Mortal Kombat was. He really wasn't a fighter, he was guiding them, and he was guiding these humans from the Earth realm to the Mortal Kombat tournament. Whereas here we have Sonya just showing this new dude the ropes, which once again, who the fuck is this guy? There's a quick shot of Shang Tsung and Raiden meeting in some kind of a icy looking backdrop. Now you can tell that this is Shang Tsung because he has that puffball thing on the top of his head. And then you can also tell it's Raiden because, I mean, look, it's Raiden's hat, aka the Samurai Jack hat. You know that, I don't know, I don't even know, a farmer's hat maybe? I don't know. So there's a bunch of ice around, so maybe once again Sub-Zero is working for Shang Tsung. Just to say it now because I'm thinking about it, in the games there are two Sub-Zeros. There is Bi-Han, who is the older brother, and then there is Kuai Lang, who is Sub-Zero's younger brother. Bi-Han is the more asshole, the more stern, you know, the one who can be considered a bad guy. And then his younger brother is the one that is more about, you know, he's still stern, but he's more of an anti-hero. You know, he's on the side of justice. And I'll explain why I talked about that here in a second. Let's move on. So this part is interesting because we have Cole looking in the mirror, and then he gets a flash of what I think is Scorpion based off the hood. And I mean, that looks like the actor who plays Scorpion. I'll show later on in the trailer, but I believe we see smoke in the trailer, which makes me think that the Scorpion that we see fighting Sub-Zero is Scorpion facing off against Bi-Han. And that character is going to die and come back as Noob Saibot / Smoke. And I think that we're going to learn that Cole is Kuai Lang, and he's going to be the one to take over the new Sub-Zero, probably for the next movie. That's just my theory. Let's move on. So we have this whole bit in Japan with Hanzo Hasashi, who is portrayed by Hiroki Sanada, who is also like every serious Japanese man in every Hollywood movie that needs one over the past 20 years. From Last Samurai to Avengers Endgame to The Wolverine and anything else that needs a villainous Japanese man, this dude will be there and be serious as hell all the time. Here, Hanzo takes out the ninja assassins using his katana and his trusty get over here spear. Oh man, that part is brutal. Especially when we see Hanzo take down one of the ninjas using one of those X-ray style slam moves, like slamming the bastard straight on his head, his body all crumples, legs in the air, looking all comical and that was sweet. I also like how we see the sword cut into the door and slice up. I mean, if you're doing a feudal Japan fight scene with ninjas and you don't do this scene of a sword going through a door to kill somebody on the other side, what the hell are you even doing? Seriously. All right, next is the obligatory group shot with what I assume is Liu Kang, Kung Lao, Sonya, and Cole overlooking a barren area. So it looks like we have Sonya fighting Kano in this shot, judging by the character's appearance, what he's wearing. So maybe he turns on them at this point. Maybe it's just the luck of the draw of the tournament. Maybe they're forced to work together and Sonya hates Kano. Maybe that's just the 1995 movie I'm thinking about where Sonya hated Kano, and I've seen that movie so damn much. But I mean, Kano is an asshole, you know what I'm saying? Like, and now the voiceover here makes it seem like Sonya isn't saying Kano's name with her normal disgust. It's almost like she's introducing a fellow team member. Unless they started out as teammates and then he screws over, he better not be the good guy, you assholes. And this can also just be typical editing for a trailer, just to move lines around and not having the right inflection. We see Kano, played by Josh Lawson, sitting here looking all smug and Australian. And then we cut to him shooting his eye laser shooty thing. Later in the trailer, it shows Kano with like scratches over his eye or some shit, but he still has both eyes. So I hope he gets his faceplate, because I don't know why a human would be shooting a normal ass Superman laser out of just one eye without having some kind of biotic enhancements or shit. Man, that boy better lose that motherfucker at some point, damn it. Dude always has been a discount Terminator face for his entire game career. Liu Kang, played by Ludi Lin, the Black Ranger from the Power Rangers reboot. The color black, not like the Black Ranger. That one was blue. Well, anyway, he introduces himself and his freakish biceps. Look at them. This dude works out, man. God damn. I do dig his look, especially his Ryu-inspired cosplay. And yes, I know that's one of his costumes from the game. Shut up. We get a good look at Jax with his fantastic metal arms, looking like he's about to smash someone's head in. Now, we don't get to see who this character is, probably some random fodder just to be killed off in the movie. But with the red around his eyes, when you see him just for a split second, it kind of gives me Nighwolf vibes, because his character did have that look. Sucks to be you, dude. Next, we see Kung Lao, played by Max Huang, who is primarily a stuntman, so good for him landing a actual starring and speaking role in a movie. Good for you, dude. He is standing in front of some 1970s Godzilla alien looking thing. Not sure what that's supposed to be, but maybe it's something that's going to allow the characters to teleport or some shit. But we do see him using his hat to deflect a laser being shot at him. I'm assuming this is a laser shot by Kano, judging by the effect and the fact that it is one red straight beam, and with the exception of the cybernetic Lin Kuei ninjas later on in the games, I don't think anybody else would have a laser. So I'm pretty sure that's Kano fighting him. Next, Bossman Raiden comes down in a forest that looks a lot like the forest from the Mortal Kombat X Sub-Zero vs. Scorpion trailer. Raiden does then do a smooth face reveal, being played by Tadanobu Asano, who was Hogan from the Thor movies, the first one and the third one, because Hogan wasn't in the second one. I don't really remember if any of the Warriors 3 were in the second one. We got another full shot of Jax and his good-looking arms that have tech going into his pecs, as well as a close-up of his Terminator hand opening. I don't know, maybe he's like regretting what got him into this situation in the first place. You know, magic ninjas, and now he has robot masturbaties on both arms, so good luck for him. Okay, now we have a shot of the lineup. And it looks like there's Kano, Liu Kang, Kung Lao, Cole, and Sonya Blade with Raiden, and him using his staff to probably warp them somewhere. Me. I do think that Kano is starting out as a good guy. Yo, the Aussie bastard better betray him, that's all I'm saying. Yo, this shot of Scorpion standing there with the flames wisping around him is awesome. I cannot tell who he is facing off against. Whoever it is seems topless and has what looks like white bandages around his forearm. This could be Kabal, as he does have some sort of a white wrist gauntlet thing, and he is listed on IMDb as being played as Daniel Nelson, but I'm not really sure. Really cool shot of Liu Kang walking with the sun setting behind him. Then we have Melina being portrayed by Sissy Stringer, which I wonder if she's also going to do a double role as Katana, because Melina is a clone of Katana. So, and Katana's not in the trailer. Strangely, Melina is, but Katana is not. Got this awesome statue of Shao Kahn looking like he is straight from the game. And then we got this invisible arm coming down onto this rafter in the top left. You see it? At first I thought it was a leg until you see on the other side another arm come down and grabbing this pole. Looking like a ninja coming down with, you know, from the top, you know, creeping downwards. So that is Reptile. Reptile turns invisible in the video games and he's the only character who does it, so has to be him. He is creeping into a room that has Sonya as well as someone else that I cannot make out. Probably Cole, because it doesn't seem like they are talking and seems like she's just standing there giving exposition. The next shot is Shang Tsung, played by Chin Han from the Dark Knight movie. He played Lao, remember him? And flanked on his sides is a ninja and a woman. So I think that ninja is either Reptile or Smoke, and that woman is Melina. Speaking of Smoke, we have him walking out from a smoke portal that looks an awful lot like the Space Stone. Wait, this isn't a WandaVision theory, but that effect does have that very similar feel to it. But that's definitely smoke he's walking out of. Sub-Zero would have no reason to walk through a smoky portal. Shang Tsung did not deal with smoke, so I'm betting my top dollar, all 5 of them, that this right here is smoke. Back to Liu Kang using his fire ability, striking the ground and eventually making a badass fire dragon serpent snake rise up. I cannot tell who he is fighting from this shot, but there's a lot of fire in the background on this stage, so maybe he's fighting Scorpion or maybe it's just a whole lot of fire bending. We get our first shot of Goro being portrayed by CGI, facing off against some human-looking male with a weird back piece on. With his short hair, I wonder if that's supposed to be Johnny Cage, but why would he be here without being with the rest of the crew? I don't know. All right, this shot is so badass. You got Sub-Zero walking through a modern-looking street, using his cryomancy and turning the water in the air into shards of ice that he brings down in a wave. It doesn't show who he's fighting. Maybe he's like trying to draw somebody out or looking for somebody. But, and I know some people think that this isn't Subby, but it's actually rain. However, when the picture is frozen, you can actually see some particles that look like crystals in the sky, and they mist when they hit the ground, similar to what happens when you throw snow on the ground. Not to mention, I don't foresee them throwing rain in this first movie. That's like, you know, too obscure. Throw them in the next one, yeah, but this one, I don't think so. All right, slowing this down, we have Liu Kang fighting who I'm sure is Kabal, because you see his weapons and you see that weird tube and a mask. And so this is the guy that Liu Kang was fighting in that earlier fire dragon scene. So bam, right there, Kabal. And now we've got this awesome sequence of Sub-Zero versus Scorpion, starting out with Subby creating some kind of an ice blade and saying all badass Walter White like,
I am Sub-Zero.
Like a boss. All right, check this part. Scorpion pulls out his blade to attack Subs. Sub-Zero blocks and slashes at Scorpion, causing his blood to fly into the air. Now peep this. Frosty then turns the blood in the air into the dagger by freezing the sun, and then uses that to stab old Fire Pants. Man, this whole sequence is cool, and Scorps is not the one to do the JOB. So he reveals his trusty spear and thrusts that some at Sub-Zero, saying the iconic, "Get over here!" Even though I feel like he can use a bit more bass in the voice. He then pulls Sub-Zero back from what looks like another topless fighter with black pants, possibly that bastard Cole. And I'm just totally against him right now until we find out who he is. And then we fade into the title card. But it's not over yet, because we have Shang Tsung saying the iconic, and I gotta say that even though the costumes are on point, Chin Han just doesn't measure up to the original Shang Tsung portrayed by Kari Hirokui Tagawa to me. I don't know, like just his face, he just doesn't look old enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, he has a very youthful face. The trailer ends with Jax punching that dude in the face from his earlier fight scene. You can tell because he has that red marking on his eyes. Sonya blasting through someone's torso, causing some comical looking purple blood to shoot out. I really hope this is supposed to be some kind of monster, not a human. Hanzo stabbing a rival ninja in the head. Melina slashing at Sonya. And Kano fighting some weird dog looking motherfucker. Who the f is this thing? Unless that's Nighwolf, who was transformed, but that would mean that Nighwolf would have had to survive his fight with Jax. But either way, this beast is getting his heart pulled out by Kano, who then, without a cybernetic eye, but a fun line to finish us up on.
Kano wins. You fucking beauty.
And there we have it. This shit looks badass. I'm looking forward to it. I like the little hidden Easter eggs we had, such as Shao Kahn, Reptile, Smoke, Kabal hidden in there. That was dope. I hope Johnny Cage does make an appearance in the movie because, I mean, he's one of the main characters from the original game. It'd be so weird to have characters from Mortal Kombat 2 and not Johnny Cage. Even if you kill him, have him in the movie, I hope. But that's all we got. See you next time when we talk about WandaVision and some more whatever the hell we're talking about. But until then, I'm your boy Token Drew. Live up, smoke out, game on. I'm out this bitch. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to download my album, Lusogo, Collector's Edition. Peace.
Honey, you may think you the baddest broad, but you just a story. Yo, nigga, I hear that dope when you make out the fire ganj. In the end, it's all just weed. Shorty, you make it, the bomb is head, but you ain't the first one to give it to me. I ain't a drug dealer, but I still got the water cash. Not trying to brag, just stating the fact. Spend what I want, and I make it all back in a matter of days. I still get paid. Bitch, don't like my game, I still get laid. And I don't give a damn if you like my shade. I'm DJ Shades, I still get played. I'm on that real shit. Drew be on that real shit. I'm on that real shit. Drew be on that real shit. I'm on that real shit. Who be on that real shit? I'm on that real shit. Who be on that real shit? I'm on that real shit. Drew be on that real shit. I'm on that real shit. Drew be on that real shit. I'm on that real shit. Who be on that real shit? I'm on that real shit. Real talk, we similar. I hustle, you